Here we are with a quick news update from GTASeriesVideos. I'm Gary7MT, your host, and today we're talking about Rockstar Games' latest Red Dead Redemption 2 video. This is the first of a series of gameplay videos coming in future weeks. The video features footage captured in 4K entirely from the PlayStation 4 Pro and really is self-explanatory thanks to the narration, so this won't be a full shot-by-shot analysis. Instead, we'll focus on the little details that you might have missed while still trying not to state the obvious or repeat what the video already said. Thanks are in order for our community and the always helpful users and staff at Red Dead Network and GTA forums. Let's start with the minimap. After GTA 5, we're back to the classic round radar from the first Red Dead Redemption. There are no health bars or anything around it, just the map and some icons. A red dot is used for enemies or predators. A white one is for a normal NPC or ally. If the dot is yellow, like in this scene with Dutch, it indicates an NPC or ally to interact with, as shown also in this moment, marking the location of the man from Blackwater that is clearly a stranger to help. The dot becomes a red sheriff star when the NPC marked on the map is a lawman. A red eye marks the witness of a crime, and an X marks an enemy or slain NPC. Another transformation noted is a yellow wheel to mark Dutch's group moving all together. Other icons visible on the screen are white animal tracks marking the location of a prey. In the same scene, we can also see that Morgan's icon on the map is darkened, meaning that he's hidden from the animal. And about animals, our horse is marked with two icons, a horse's head and a saddle. We already know that thanks to the pre-order bonuses, that both are two different things. One is a transport, the other is your inventory. Other icons on the map are those of the general store. A black A and a yellow circle that possibly marks a mission starting point for Sadie Adler or Abigail.
You save the silly bastard's life, then you and him go robbing sheep.
The same style of icon is shown in another scene, but with a T, and right next to it, another with some unidentifiable character that could either be a P, a D, or an 8. Activities are probably shown with smaller icons like this one, marking a locked activity with a hand showing a flame on the palm. The outline of a teepee in a black circle, a skull with a $sign on it, probably marking a bounty, and a scroll, most likely marking a treasure or some sort of collectible. Apparently, there are no health bars, but during a shootout, if you're hit, health is indicated by a red bar on the minimap's border marking the location of the shooter or shooters. We haven't seen anything on weapons with the previously stated exception of all of them having custom animations and recoil that performs as realistically as possible. What we can see is that apparently we're able to transport a pistol or two in our holster while at the same time 2 rifles, one on a shoulder and the other in the left hand, limitations inherited from Max Payne 3. Transitions between cutscenes and actual gameplay are smoother than ever. We can recognize the moment these scenes play by the minimap that appears and the camera that moves forward to set over Morgan's shoulders. Clearly, Red Dead Redemption 2 is technical heir apparent to Max Payne 3, the title that introduced Rockstar Games to these kinds of transitions. The animations in general are stunning and the smoothest ever seen in a Rockstar game, from this NPC thrown in the air by his frightened steed, to the tent movements caused by the wind or character clothes moving accordingly, likewise for hair. Horse models are simply amazing, from the huge one used for stagecoaches, or this bulky one used by Billy, to the dozens of other horse breeds shown throughout the video. All horse movements are highly improved from Red Dead Redemption, with the animal showing a higher set of animations that let it act as in real life. Like in this scene, in which it shies away from the alligator rather than just moving along its path like it's not a menace. Everything reacts with everything else in this game. Not only people behave accordingly to how the player interacts with them, but the world itself is in constant evolution. we can see that the horses create trails in the snow while moving along the path the same way wagon wheels leave trails in the mud. We can also see how the mud reacts to Arthur's body, not only by getting his clothes dirty, but by showing outlines of Arthur's body in the muck. In this game, there will be kids, something that you don't see often in a Rockstar Games title. Here, we can see the young Jack Marston sitting on Abigail's lap, with John next to him. In another previously released screenshot, we also saw what the outline of two kids looked like. One is surely Jack, the other could be the unnamed daughter of John and Abigail. Jack's also in other scenes, but Jack and his sister won't be the only kids in the game. In these scenes, we can see a little blonde kid moving towards what could be his father or relative. Thanks to this story snippet Rockstar released, we know the gang robs Blackwater and has to flee lawmen, but something happens that changes the course of the story. According to a growing number of people on GTA forums, an event occurs in the winter of 1898 when the gang gets trapped from snowed overpasses. The law of West Elizabeth can't pursue and assumes they died up there. An actual event, the Great Blizzard of 1899, a severe winter storm affecting most of the U.S. east of the Rockies, was probably the inspiration. Surely there'll be lots more to talk about, from the HUD showing the various type of reactions that we can have with strangers and the law, to details like the jiggling body of this dude here. But like we said, pointing out the obvious is not our intention. And that's all for this video that clearly marks the beginning of the marketing campaign for Red Dead Redemption 2. In coming weeks, new videos and screens will probably be released along with the first hands-on previews, and as always, we will do our best to clock all the most important info and updates. So keep following us for all the next updates here on our social media accounts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And if you want to chat with players, other fans, and us, join us on our official Discord server. This was Gary 7MT for the GTA Series Videos crew. See you next time.